All right, guys. So we just finished an amazing talk by Dean Graziosi, his success habits for millionaires. And he just covered one of the aspects of it. And it's one of those things where once you connect with this and you use this, it will change everything that you have going forward. And he started off with saying, no one is coming to save you. It is up to you and you alone to change your life. He said, first, you have to start with your business. He goes, are you doing the things the same today that you were doing them just 6 months ago? If so, you may not be prepared for what's coming. Because if you're not pivoting and shifting every time there's a shift, you are going to get left behind and things are going to pass you. So he said, the first thing you need to do is know why you are where you are today. You have to be truthful and honest with yourself as to why you are where you're at. Because all change starts with being honest with why you are where you're at. And so he wanted to talk about being blessed and, having gratitude. And a lot of people get there and they get stuck because they get stuck in the path of, why do I need more? Because I have all of these blessings. Everything is great. Everything is the way it should be. I'm so happy with my life. But he said, you need to be blessed and understand that it's okay to be discontent, because the content people never change the world or change other people's lives. So he said, the second part is, why do you want more? Do you know where you want to go? So you know where you are, and you know that you want to go up here. So you're here and you want to get here. So once you know where you want to go, the most important thing is why. It's one of those things where we talk about this time. I feel like a broken record on these podcasts is because of the fact that when you know why, you will figure out the how. He said, some of the things that you want to do is make sure that you're focusing on where you want to go. Too many people are focusing on what they don't want and the things that they want to avoid, that they're taking their eyes and their vision and spending more time on those things than they are on where they want to go and the things that they want to have. And he said, what you do then is you run the risk of running right towards exactly what you don't want. He used an example of the pointing finger. He said, whatever the finger points at, that's what you will get. Whatever you focus on, that is the direction that your mind and your body will automatically go towards. So if you're focusing and pointing on the things that you're trying to run away from and the things that you don't want, you will unintentionally, subconsciously run directly towards those things. So you need to start pointing and focusing intently on what you want and pushed aside the things that you don't want. He said, the great thing about solving bigger problems is you get a bigger reward. And he said, here's the thing. There's a difference between $10,000 and $100,000 problem. But the thing is they both come with stress. So which stress would you rather have in your life? The one that gives the results of $10,000 or the one that gives the results of the $100,000? He said, you're going to have stress in both of them. And there may be a little bit more stress over here, but the outcome is so much bigger. When we're talking about why, it's one of those things that I want to ask you guys the questions. Why are you on these trainings? Why do you listen to this? Why do you come back? Do you know why? What is it that you're looking for? What is that piece that you're trying to get? If you don't know why you're coming to these and then applying what you're learning from these, you're just running in a hamster wheel. The next thing that he talks about is, are you willing to pay success tax? We know there's two certainties in life, death and taxes. But when we're talking about death and taxes, most people are talking about the money that they have to pay to their government in order to, sustain what the government wants to do. No, we're talking about death and the tax that you have to pay in order to become successful. It's one of those things where, are you willing to pay the price for what you want? Everything in life for you and everything that you ever want out of life is available to you. The question is, are you willing to pay the price associated to what you want? Because you can have all of it. It's just, are you willing to pay the price for it? Then the next thing is the 7 levels of why. Now, we've done this exercise a lot with people on our team. They get started for one reason. It's I need $500. Okay, well, you need to ask why to those questions 7 times, because what you're doing is you're taking your why from your head to your heart. And just like how Dean talks about going through the 7 levels of why, and his number one why, after going through all 7 of them, he went through the things in his head. He wants to help his clients be better. He wants to, live a better life. He wants to leave a legacy. He wants to change his family's future. Ultimately, what it boiled down to is he doesn't want anybody to tell him what he can and can't do. He wants to have control of his life. So do you really know why you are working and why you're doing what it is you're doing? So today, I would recommend going through and having somebody, whether it's a close friend, a mentor, your spouse, go through the exercise of the 7 levels of why, to uncover what it is you're doing and why you're doing it. He said, you really need to know what success means to you, because success is different to everybody. There are varying degrees of success, and your definition of success is completely different than my definition of success. But also, your success measure changes over time. Because think about it, if you reach the level of success that you currently have in your mind, and you don't adjust to a new and different level of success, you become complacent and you level off. So your definition of success changes over time. The next thing he talks about is, are you prepared for the inevitable difficulties ahead? I always talk about like this. Are you digging your well now before the drought comes? A lot of people right now are just going along and they're watching this inflation and all of this stuff taking place. And, the thought of us going into a recession is one of those things that everybody's thinking about. But what is everybody doing? They're not doing anything. They're living their life normal. Are you going out and digging your well? Are you going out and finding a way to make an extra $5,000 to $1,000 so that if things go bad, which inevitably they will, because history dictates that it happens time and time again, are you going to have the peace in place that allows you to get through the difficult times? When Stephanie and I go through and we go through the 7 levels of why, what we ultimately uncover for ourselves is that we're never going to go back to standing in food lines. That is the overarching bubbles. We're never going back there. But the one piece that's before that is we want to help make sure that nobody else ever has to stand in food lines again. So when you're looking at your why starts for something for yourself, but you also, in order to attach it to significance, you have to attach it to something for others as well. So we know where we are, we know where we want to go, we have our why here, but there's a gap. And the gap from where you are to where you want to go is the how are you going to do it? Has anyone ever wondered that? Like, I know what I want. I just need to know how I'm going to get there. That's the thing with Stephanie. Stephanie's always like, if somebody just shows me how or what to do, I'll go do it. Do you have that part figured out? Gain capabilities and combine it with intense action, and that will fill the void between where you are and where you want to be. Because where you are right now is the culmination of all of the information that you've gathered for yourself and you've learned up to this point. But in order to get to where you want to go, you need to become the next level you. So down here, you need to ask yourself, what does the next level me do every single day to get from here to here? Most everybody wants more out of life. Everybody wants what's over here, and they're over here, but so few are willing to do the actions in between to get from one point to the other. Most people are unwilling to pay the uncomfortable success tax to get the things that they want. So when you start doing it, it makes them feel uncomfortable. So then the next thing that they do is they criticize you and tell you what you're doing is wrong or bad or crazy because of the fact that they're unwilling to step out and do what you're doing to get to the new you. And then finally, he talks about you need to replace the how with the who. This is something that I learned a long time ago that I was implementing a long time. And I can tell you from personal experience that compounding the how to the who and compounding your who creates a massive business, especially in our industry. That's what's so incredible is that based on network marketing, it's not just how you do it, it's who you bring along. And like I was talking earlier this week is it's not just quality over quantity, it's quantity to get to the quality. So who's that next person you're going to bring onto your team that will help you get to the next level? Have you talked to them yet? Guys, there's so many people out there that are looking, that are hungry, that are dying for an opportunity, and you have that opportunity to bring them with you. They could be the next who that changes the face of your business. So I'll end with this. The secret is when you bring them on, you need to focus on helping them get to their next level. You need to look and focus on helping them find their who to get to the next level so that you can get to the next level. So what does that mean? Well, that means that you need to double whatever it is that you're doing right now to find, get, and help a new distributor. Whatever it is, double it. And then you will start getting the things and the momentum in place that will get you from where you are currently to where you want to go. Guys, I hope this helped. Hope you took lots of notes. Go back, watch the replay, listen to it again, share it with somebody that you know knows where they are and has a place that they want to go so that they learn and get the skills to get there. Guys, go out and make it an amazing week. And I hope your day is awesome as you are. See ya.